Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So excited to bring you another message. Still on the theme of the healthy eating, about bulking stuff like that. But I want to take a quick step aside to kind of bring in some scripture for the week. So when we talk about what does food mean to you, and so the passage I want to talk about today is Genesis 25 verses 29 through 34. There we see Esau Esau sells his birthright. He was so hungry that he was willing to sell his birthright. And while most of us here, especially in America, we don't have that problem. A lot of the world may not have the problem there, but there are parts of the world that still have this problem that they may have to sell their birthright or do something crazy in order to be able to eat. We are very fortunate if we're not in that situation. And not every one of us is that way. But Esau was so worried about eating that he was willing to sell his own birthright. And I think about with us, what are we sacrificing for food? Again, what does food mean to you? Obviously, Esau, it meant so much. I mean, it was, kind of life or death, what he thought. I don't know if it actually was or not. It wasn't there when this happened. So it may have not been life or death, but he thought it was between life and death. And I think about us today. What do we think about food? We see, especially in America, how so many people are so overweight, and it's becoming a huge problem. There's food everywhere you go, always available 24/7. And while this is a problem, there's another problem. There's a problem where people, maybe they're anorexic, so they think they are fat when they're really not, and they keep throwing up, and they have a problem with food in that way. And so they're actually hurting themselves by not eating, or they'll eat and then, whatever, all the different variations of that, anorexic, bulimic, stuff like that. But then you have another category. You have these people that are in incredible shape, such incredible shape. And I've been there before. Maybe not like some of these Instagram famous people, all these famous fit people, but I have been, really shredded in my eyes. What I thought was really shredded, and there was this relationship with food. I felt like if I ate one thing bad, I could feel it. And it's funny when you get down to that low of body fat, you do start feeling when you made a difference in your diet. But some of these people are so worried about exactly how they look that they have a problem with food, and they can't eat other things. And at one point, it is a good thing because they're really watching what they're eating. They're eating really healthy, but at the same time, it's a problem because if they don't eat the right thing because it wasn't available to them, maybe they had to travel, something like that, something came up, they feel so guilty. And like I said, I've been there when I did my bodybuilding show. I feel guilty when I didn't quite eat right. I felt like, oh, well, now I need to go work out extra. And I know that's how a lot of these people are. So it doesn't matter where you're at, whether you're way overweight, you're underweight, or if you look like you're in the best shape of your life, you can have a problem with food. And so think about that. Think about what kind of problem you have with food. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad food. So obviously, you look at these bodybuilders, fitness people, they are eating quote unquote good food, and yet they have the problem with their body. You'll see people that are anorexic or bulimic. They may even be eating quote unquote good food. Maybe they are eating bad food, but then they're going and or not eating or throwing up right after they eat. And then of course people that are rather large, they also, well, they're probably more on the bad food side, but there's probably other things behind that why they're eating that way. Maybe they don't have the money. Maybe they just don't have the discipline. Whatever it may be, we need to think about this. What does food mean to you? Now, a lot of us probably aren't in the situation like Esau where we're going to sell our birthright, sell all of our inheritance. But think about that. If you are so worried about the things you eat and eating correctly so much, are you really living your life to the fullest? Same with being overweight. If you are eating bad all the time and you start having all these health problems, you're becoming a burden on those around you. So there are consequences no matter which way you go. Whether you eat super well or super bad, you're going to have consequences one way or another. You're affecting the people around you. And of course, you're affecting yourself. Most importantly, you affect yourself. So think about this. Think about the relationship you have with your food, and think about the changes you may need to make over the course of time, whether you're listening to this or watching it on YouTube. We will talk about kind of ways to eat healthier. I believe moderation is the key, because not everybody can eat super strict like we see all these fitness people do. So moderation to me is the key. I've talked to people that had problems. Last year, I had interviewed a guy, and he was borderline, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetic. And they were like, look, you're going to have to go on all these medications. And he said no. He started going to the gym and eating in moderation. Now, this guy didn't go crazy and work out. I mean, he was always in the gym in the morning, but the biggest thing was he started eating in moderation. He said he didn't change up his diet at all besides that. Just eating in moderation helped him out to not be able to have to take any of those medications. So please really think about what you're doing. Consult a professional. I'm here to help as much as I can. Again, I'm not really a professional, but I'm willing to help out where I can because I want to see people succeed, especially in health and fitness. There's a lot of information out there, so go out, check it out, but do lots of research. Don't just look at one person. Don't even take what I said as doctrine. Go out and look for yourself. Look at several different places, because there's plenty of people online that say, oh, do this and you'll get this result. And so a lot of it's not true. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people that are misinformed. So make sure you're going out there doing the research on your own and really thinking about this question. What does food mean to you? It shouldn't mean sacrificing your own life, sacrificing your inheritance, whatever it may be. So again, just think about that. Guys, I hope you got something from this episode. Please leave a comment, leave a review, subscribe to wherever you're listening to this at, and please think about the food and have a healthy and blessed day.